Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Houston Astros beat the Los Angeles Angels 8-3. Big win. This offense needed a performance like this today. We saw the Astros offense do really well for those first three games of the Baltimore series, and the offense I thought played really well, and hit the ball well last weekend in Baltimore. Then that last game against Baltimore, the offense kind of was dry, and then really in the entire Colorado series, I felt like their offense was not great either. They only had a combined 10 runs. Their pitching was very good in that Colorado series to the point where they were able to get a series W because of how good the pitching was, having two shutouts in that series. Or no, wait, sorry. One shutout and two wins. But the pitching was well in those two wins that they had, only giving up 3 runs in those 2 wins that they had in that Colorado series. And I felt like in the pitching in this series was good too. I liked what I saw from Javi. He was great. I think there was some doubt with this Astros starting pitching before this series. I think a lot of doubt, but I am very impressed with what I saw with this series. Some of the guys that weren't impressing a lot before this that looked well, like Christian Javier had a no-hitter through 6 innings this week, in this Angels series. Yes, the Astros, and the Astros won that game. And then you've got, Luis Garcia, what he did today. He looked amazing coming back from the IL in his first game back. Spencer Arrighetti looked amazing, in this series as well. He only gave it 1 earned run, almost going 7 innings, and had 8 strikeouts. Those 3 guys this weekend against this Angels team looked fantastic. I thought very promising from all those guys. And so that makes me very excited to see what this Astros team can do. Like I am more impressed with this Astros pitching rotation when I've seen performances like I did this weekend from, some of the guys like Garcia, Javier, and Arrighetti. But great win for the Astros to close out this series. 12 hits set compared to the 7 for the Angels. 0 errors. Win goes to Luis Garcia. He's 1-0 on the year now. His first start back. Like, this is not someone who looked like he was coming back from a Tommy John surgery. He went 6 innings in 79 pitches, gave up only 3 hits, 3 earned runs, but that was because of a couple home runs. One of them was a cheap shot. Like the Joe Adell home run, I'll blame that on Luis Garcia and give credit to Joe Adell. That was 396 feet. But let's be real. The Zach Neto home run, 339 feet, that is not Luis Garcia's fault. That is a fly ball in maybe 85% of the ballparks in the league. So, gave up 3 earned runs, yes, but one of them was a cheap shot home run, but only gave up 3 hits, no walks given up. Like, it doesn't sound normal to say, oh, this is a guy coming back from his first game back in 28 months. He's not pitched in 28 months in the major leagues because he had Tommy John surgery. Guess what? In his first start back, he didn't give up any walks at all. And so no walks given up, 6 strikeouts as well in 6 innings. I was very impressed. He didn't look like someone who was in his first start back. He looked like someone who was in their 3rd or 4th start back. And that being said, since he was in his first start back and that's the way he looked, I am completely impressed by Luis Garcia and what he did today. The loss goes to Yusei Kikuchi. I think it's great to see the Astros get to this guy after he left them. Look, the Astros didn't want to pay him. That's fine. I like what they've got in their rotation right now with what I've seen this weekend with Javi, Garcia, and Arrighetti. But they were able to get to Yusei Kikuchi. When the Astros played them in Los Angeles, I think the Astros offense didn't do enough against him, and I felt like they did that this time around. 5 2/3, got 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. I was impressed with the Astros offense against him. Scoring summary, Ramon Urias with a home run in the 2nd inning to make it 1-0. Then Altuve made a 2-0 lead with a double to left. Pena scored 2-0. Then it gets a little dicey. Garcia gives up 3 runs. The cheap shot Neto home run, 339 feet, 2-1. Then Joe Adell crushed one, 396 feet to score him and Trout, 3-2. But the Astros didn't look back after that. Ramon Urias, who gave the Astros their first run in the game, ties it with an RBI single to score Diaz, 3-3. Then Correa gives the Astros the lead in the 5th with a single bringing in Jordan, 4-3. Then Jeremy Pena with a RBI double. He had 2 doubles on 2 pitches today. So that's interesting. Double to left for Pena to score Smith and Dubon. And get Dubon to 3rd. It's 5-3. And then in that Then later on in the eighth inning, the Astros get some insurance runs. Alvarez with a RBI single to score Smith, 6-3. Then Altuve with a 2-run home run, 374 feet to left to score Melton, and it is 8-3 final score. All right, Astros individual batters. A lot of guys with multiple hits today. You've got Pena, who had 2 for 4 day, walk, and then 2 doubles. Both of them were first swing doubles. And that was it for him. Yordan Alvarez 2 for 4, a couple singles, and was intentionally walked. 2 for 4, batting .229 on the year now. Why do I bring that up? That doesn't sound great. He came back from the injured list, batting .210. He's got that up 19 points since coming back from the injured list, and around the week he has been back in the major leagues. He's got that up 19 points, and he's walked about a dozen times because he keeps some of these pitchers are afraid to hit him. So it seems like Yordan is back to his old self that we weren't seeing at the beginning of the season, with the way he's started to turn things around since coming back from the injured list, having that batting average up 19 points since coming back from the IL. Then Jacob Melton was a pinch runner for Yordan in that sixth inning, right, when Alvarez hit a double. Alvarez had the eighth inning single to score Smith, and then Melton came on. That's the right choice there. Melton's a great runner, aggressive stealer. Astros bringing in Melton was the right choice there. He didn't get any at-bats, though, played some center field. Altuve was at the DH today. He had a walk, a double that scored a run. It was the second run of the day, and then the 2-run home run, which was big for the Astros. Then Correa was 1 for 5 today. He had a single to bring in the game-leading run, and that was it for Correa. Walker 0 for 3 today. He had a walk in the 7th inning. That was it. Diaz 1 for 4, a double to left in the 4th. He scored a run. Ramon Urias, great game for him today. 2 for 4, home run, RBI single. That was it for him. 2 RBIs for Ramon. Cam Smith feels like his first multi-hit game in a while. I could be wrong, but it feels like it. 2 for 4, 2 runs scored for Smith. 2 singles to left and right. That's it for Cam. Dubon 0 for 3. He had a walk in the 6th, though. The Astros had a total of 5 walks today. Outside of Garcia's pitching, Ort got the 7th. He looked good. 1 hit given up, but 2 strikeouts. He continues to look amazing recently. I mean, his ERA is now 4.26. At one time, that ERA was like, I want to say at one point it was like 6.5 or 6.6 at one point. And Brian King pitched the 8th. He gave up 1 hit, but clean inning outside of that. Craig Kimbrell, I thought Craig Kimbrell was a lot better than when we saw him last. In the 9th, he did give up 2 hits for the Astros, but picked up 2 strikeouts. But I thought his strike zone and his command was a lot better in this outing compared to the last time we saw him. Because the last time we saw him, he pitched 25 pitches, and he only threw 8 strikes compared to today's 19 strikes and 30 pitches. Not great, but it's a 8-3 lead in the 9th. You don't want to bring in Brian Abreu, of course, and I think he was a lot better than he was in his last outing. Because last outing we saw 3 walks given up and 17 balls compared to 18 strikes. So I thought this performance from him today was better. But you guys let me know your thoughts on the Astros 8-3 win in the comments.